Hi. I met Carla Neal this past week when we went on our shopping spree together, and she had asked me to come and talk to your group and talk about my sales philosophy and how I was able to make it to Black Diamond, the rank that I had made. So I wanted to give you a little bit of background about me. I had never sold a product before in my life. My name is Marissa Herrig. I recently had the Marissa named after me, and I'll show you guys in the background. And that necklace will be coming out this fall, actually in a few weeks, I think, but they haven't given us a date. And so I started this business. I've always worked in the legal field, so I manage law firms and things of that nature. Never sold a product in my life. And my husband became very ill and went into the hospital, and that's how I found Paparazzi. Hi, how are you, Rashida? And so while my husband was in the hospital, he is terminally ill, so oh, no problem. Thank you for coming. While my husband was terminally ill and he was in the hospital, I found Paparazzi. I was lonely at home and I saw these videos, and I had never seen it before in my life. So this is about last June. So June of 2017. And so my husband, hi Dale. I love that name. Hi. My husband was in the hospital and I found this jewelry show and I thought it was like a camaraderie. Hey, Tanya. So I began to, thank you. It's nice meeting you too. I began to watch these jewelry shows and I loved it, you know, and then there was like this camaraderie. So my husband wanted to be home because he's in the hospital for over a month, and I loved watching these and I loved the jewelry. I was super shocked. Hey, Tanya. I was super shocked at the quality of the jewelry for $5. I thought, oh my gosh, how the heck can they do this, right? And so I had gotten myself into a little bit of a hole because I was buying. And when my husband was released from the hospital, he would look at me because now I was addicted, right? I was like, oh, I gotta find another jewelry show. And he said, are you on another jewelry show? And I said, yeah, I am. And he's like, don't you think we should slow down a little? And so I decided, what if I sold the jewelry, right? I thought, well, then I can keep what I want. I had a eBay business in place. The eBay business, I sold like Barbie accessories and things of that nature, all kinds of stuff. And I said to my husband, because who's gonna buy a $35 pair of plastic Barbie shoes in a bad economy? I said, we should do this, and I'm like trying to talk him into it. We should do this because in a bad economy, this jewelry is really gonna sell. And so we both did our due diligence. You know, my husband, I like to call him the naysayer. He calls himself realistic. And he started looking at all kinds of things about the company to see if there was something he didn't like. In the end, we both prayed about it and we thought that this was a good choice. And I decided to start selling it. So my original date that I purchased my kit was August 27th. The jewelry took about a week to get here. Once the jewelry came, I went on a live, and let me tell you, I had never sold the product, and when I became married, it was just about being married. We didn't go out and we didn't have friends. Like, I stayed home with my family, and I had worked primarily in law firms for the majority of my career, and so I had nobody to go to actually buy the jewelry. And my mom said to me, you're crazy. Why would you sell this? Who are you going to sell this to? And so I had no direction from the person that I had originally signed under. And so it was like feeling your way through a house you don't know in the dark. And we were a little bit nervous. And so I called all of my friends and family and I said, look, I was scared to go live. I said, do you think that you could come on to my jewelry show and just share it? Hi, Sonia or Sonia. I said, do you think you can come on to my jewelry show and that you could just share my live video? I said, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to stay and watch, because I really didn't want them to stay and watch. And hi, Sherry. And they said, yeah, we can do that. But if I was messaging them in a group message or on Facebook, nobody responded. I had 800 friends. I had like 30 that actually took the time to like my business page, okay? So that was how we started. Now, I never had a goal of recruiting. My whole goal in this was just to sell the jewelry. I thought, oh, I bet you I can sell this jewelry It's $5. Nobody thinks about spending $5. And so when I started, I never had an intent to recruit. I was scared to death. I didn't want to tell anybody. Hi, Carolyn. So we start doing jewelry shows. My first live, I think I had 6 people on. We were getting like buyers here, a buyer there. Hi, Shaquila. And so when we were doing this, hi, Carla. When we were doing this, I would start noticing what people were buying. And like I said, I started at the bottom. Hi, Peril. Hi, Yvette. So I had 6 people that would come on my live. So the next week, with people sharing and me asking, please share my video, please share my video, I had 9. Meanwhile, my husband was put into hospice care, and they had told me that if somebody was not home with him all the time, that they wanted to put him into a home. Hi guys, they had said to me that if somebody could not be constantly there with him, that that's what they would want me to do. And so I had a need to make this work. I needed to do it. And I needed to be able to replace the income that we lost with my husband getting sick, which he was a realtor and he sold $1 million homes. His average year would be about $120,000 doing it. Hi, ladies. And so when we went into this, and as they started putting the pressure on me, I had to come up with ways to make it work. And you know, lo and behold, we had to enact basic strategies here, okay? Let me tell you, you cannot sell this jewelry if you're not buying the jewelry. And so I chose to start going live more. I did shows. I did whatever I could do to get my name outside. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my accomplishments, and I'm going to tell you about my strategies as to how I can sell the amount of jewelry that I'm selling. So I started, remember, I get my kit the first week of September. Hi, ladies. So when I received my kit, I love my kit. I bought the big kit, okay? And when I received my kit, I opened up the pamphlets, and it was talking about the different things that you could get when you sold the jewelry. And so I'm reading it, and we started laughing when we saw Life of the Party. I thought, oh, that is no way. Like, how am I going to sell 17,500 pieces of jewelry? Like, we didn't even start the year at the beginning of the year. And so we were really kind of chuckling about it. And so I was watching all these successful people because I decided to jump on everybody's lives. And it was more so because I wanted to see how they were selling it. And so I made mistakes, okay? But in the end, before even 10 months was up, I actually hit Black Diamond. So Black Diamond, if you're unaware, is a Life of the Party rank. Hi, guys. And the Life of the Party rank actually is the top echelon. They created it this year based on me and 6 other girls' sales. So it's 75,000 PV, which is 37,500 pieces of jewelry. I had actually sold much more jewelry than that. I think that my PV last year ended off at 94,000. So if you think about it, that was from September to June, right? I did 94,000 PV in September to June. I then also have won the Marissa. And so this takes place in February. You'll see the contest announced. Aw, thank you. Aw, thanks, Natalie. And so I won the Marissa. And it was all based on my sales. This is not based off of my team. I never tried to recruit anybody. And I did it all by purchasing jewelry. And so let me tell you my philosophy on buying and selling. So when I first started, I'd get all dressed up and I'd look all snazzy and I'd have the best dress on and I'd have the best this. And you know what? I wasn't getting viewers. Thank you so much, you guys. I wouldn't have the viewers. And you know why? Because they couldn't relate to me. Because I was trying to like attract something or be something that I don't wear every day. And so what I learned to do is to be yourself, okay? Listen, I didn't start out wearing a tiara. Trust me, I want to wear a tiara every day of my life. And I realized that I work for a company that I can wear a tiara. If I want to dye my hair purple, pink, orange, blue, and rock it, I can. If I want to be and wear a rainbow glitter dress, I can. And I can sell doing it. And so that's what the big thing was. Number one, be yourself. And that's a scary thing to be, especially on camera, especially when you're nervous to go live. Be yourself. Then I learned buy jewelry. Okay, you have 6 viewers and all of a sudden you go to 9. Are you buying more jewelry? Because you should be. So when I first started out, thank you. This crown's cool, but let me show you my pride and joy crown. This is what you get when you hit black diamond. I am a crown girl. If I could be a princess every day of my life, I would be. But this is the crown that you get when you hit black diamond. This crown, I have 3 college degrees. I don't use any of them to sell this jewelry. I do in a way because I market myself. But this crown means more to me than anything in my life because I worked hard to get it. And you know how I did it? With my sales. I didn't do it with a team. This is all based on what I did. And they created an extra category just for me. And you know what? My goal is to way blow this category away because I want a Glenda the Good Witch crown next year. And I'm going for it. But in order for me to do that, I need to buy jewelry. And so this crown, nobody in my house is allowed to touch. This is my pride and joy. This means more to me than anything I've accomplished in my life. And I'm going to tell you because I worked hard to get it. And if you ladies are willing to work hard, then this is something that you can do and you can make money to support your entire family at. But you have to buy the jewelry and sell the jewelry. You have to get your face out there. And remember, you're not just selling the jewelry, you're selling you. But if you're not being you, if you're not being yourself, you're not gonna sell it. So people might look right now and you guys might think, man, she's a nutball. Is this who they're having talk to us? She's wearing a crown, she's got a light up shirt. This is me though. If I could be a kid every day of my life, that's exactly what I would be. And I learned selling techniques that increased my sales. And I learned that every time I gained 3 viewers, I better be buying more jewelry. And I also learned that whatever I wear on my show, that I better have multiples of it to sell because you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna say, oh my God, I love that necklace. This happens every time I'm live. Oh my gosh, do you have it? You know what happens if you don't have that necklace? They're screenshotting your picture and they're finding another consultant to shop with. Absolutely, I support my entire family. We have 4 children. My husband is in hospice. I had to come up with $120,000 worth of income in order for my kids not to just not lose their father, but to actually not lose the lifestyle that they were used to. My one son goes to private school. All of our kids are involved in activities. Our oldest just went away to college. We have a nice home, but we were doing that off of 2 incomes, and we lost our health insurance. And I had to support the fact that we had to double payment because now my husband's sick and is dying, and they double their health insurance because they can. And so I wanted to make this work, and in order to make this work, I had to sell this jewelry. And what I learned is I had to buy a ton of it. And I mean, I bought a ton. And you say, oh my gosh, but I don't have the money for that. This is the only place, okay, in America that you can start your own business for $500. And I say $500 because I believe in buying the variety. If I bought jewelry that only appealed to me, I'm selling only to people just like me. You do not want to sell to just you. You want to sell to everybody, old, young. I don't care what ethnicity you are or background. Buy it for everyone. And so what I did, and this is why I always encourage the larger kit, not because you make more commission off of it, but I tell people if they ask me opinions, even girls signing up under somebody else, I say buy the big kit because you know why? It has a large variety. You have 200 different pieces of jewelry and you appeal to different markets. Oh yeah, I won't say my income, but I will say that I have made up my husband's income and surpassed it. And that's off sales. That's not off of a team. I've never tried building a team. The team came to me based off of my sales. My customers came to me because I can go ahead and I buy different jewelry. So when you get that customer and it's a new customer on your show, and for those of you just starting out, you are needing to say to that customer when they come on your show, you know, if you're like 10 people and you get a newbie and you say, hey, Carla, what do you like? Tell me what you like. Let me show you something you're gonna like. If you don't have 5 pieces of jewelry that they, in their category, if you don't have 5 brass necklaces, if you don't have 5 turquoise different necklaces to show them, you just lost Carla as a customer. And so what I'm telling you is that, why would you do that? The whole point is not to just buy jewelry that you like. It's to buy jewelry that everybody likes. You have a product that hits every market base, okay? We hit children, we hit women, we hit every target base in men. We hit men. And the women wear the men's jewelry. And we have every type of jewelry lover. That's why they have what's called Fashion Fix. Let me tell you, a third of my business is based off of Fashion Fix. And if you don't sign up for Fashion Fix, then you're losing basically pre-sales, and then you're not learning what type of customer you have, because Fashion Fix is key. If you didn't know it, how do I convince people that that's a good idea? Well, let me tell you. I convince people it's a good idea as this. Number one, it's the best value, okay? I can tell you and I see people do this, and then they buy the $99 kit, then when they buy the $99 kit, they get 35 pieces of jewelry. And so I do tell people, sure, you can go out and you can buy jewelry right after, but you're gonna buy jewelry that just you like. The only time Paparazzi picks out your jewelry is when you buy your kit. Why does Paparazzi do that? Why do they pick out your kit? Because they don't want you to buy jewelry that just you like. Because the whole name of the game is we have a product that markets to everybody, and if you're not marketing to everybody, you're losing. Okay, because when you get that person on your show that's never seen you and you don't have one product to show them that they like or are asking for, you lost them. And so you need to buy the inventory, and you need to make your inventory increased. And so when I tell people, and sometimes it's a financial thing, and okay, that's fine. If it's a financial thing, that's fine. I understand it. I don't want anybody to get into something that is going to put them into trouble. And so when they buy the big kit, I tell them, you're buying jewelry for $2.50. I'm buying it for $2.75. So not only are you getting it for a cheaper price, then you are also getting a convention ticket. So when you win that crown, like me, when you need to go get that necklace, girl, you better have a ticket to convention, because it's $175. And so if you actually add the value of that kit, it's $725 for $500. Now, me at the rank that I'm at and the level that I'm at, not rank, I'm saying sales level, if I could buy a $500 kit every single day, I would, but I can't, because it has exclusive pieces in it as well. For instance, those of you that sign consultants right now, this is one of the new exclusive pieces that they are having in their kits. Do you know what a game changer? Do you know how many people ask me for this necklace? I'm like, nope, got to sign a consultant, because the new consultants get these in their kits. So Fashion Fix is something I'll talk about now. So that was the purpose of buying the big kit. If it is a money cost factor, get them into the medium kit. Because you know what? It's not about making money. It is actually about them being able to be successful. And so if you want somebody to be successful, you give them the tools to be successful, and you tell them why these tools are a necessity for being successful. Now, let's say you have a customer, they want to join because of the discount. Then you tell them, sure, buy the $99 kit. If you're thinking, but I'm going to tell you, every customer that I've had joining for a discount goes and sells it, because they see that they're missing the market. You're buying $300 a week from me. You're buying $200 from this person and $100 from the other person. How many of you reached out to that person and said, why don't you just join? You can get the discount, but get it for free. You know, get it cheap. Sell it to your friends. Get it for free. I mean, it's a great marketing tool. And if it's a $99 kit to get them in, to just be a customer, then get them in with the $99 kit. But I'm telling you, if this is somebody that says, you know what, I want to be just like you, I want to do it just like you. You signed under me for a reason. You decided you wanted to blow your business up, then you need to listen to what I'm saying. Buy the big kit. If you have the money, I'm afraid I'm going to get ugly jewelry. You know what? I sell a lot of ugly jewelry. I sell a lot of things, and I don't call it ugly. I just say it's not my style. I never lie to my customers, and you develop a rapport with them. You know what your customers like. I don't wear inspirational. I don't wear feathers. The feather one that just came out, gorgeous, okay? I wear that. That one's gorgeous. Like, there's nobody that doesn't wear that. But I'm telling you that is key, is to me buying my inventory, because if somebody is watching my show and they say, oh, you know, do you have this necklace? And I say, oh, you know, I didn't buy that day. Okay, what does that say to you? What do you think that they're going to do? They're going to find a consultant that did. And I'm going to say what blew my mind was the fact that most of the customers that I have attained, so I went from 6 viewers. Last night my live had 154 viewers. Last night I went from selling 20 pieces of jewelry maybe a show. Sometimes I hit 11. Sometimes I sell 8. But I knew that going on and being consistent and going on at the same time every day and reaching out other ways was the way that I was going to make the money and make the customers come back to me. Because let me tell you, when you are consistent and you go live every single day that you say you're going live. So my schedule's right now, I go live Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Saturday at 4. And I do it every single week. I never change it. So consistency was how I get them to find me again. And I had to advertise myself, right? So I was myself because they need to relate to you. So if I just sat there and showed jewelry, if I said, you know what, this is gorgeous, look at it, oh, I like it. If I did that, that's fine. I can sell jewelry. But when somebody makes a personal connection with you and sees something in you that they have in themselves, and don't think you can't be you, because this is me on my live, and not gain customers, because there's somebody out there for all of us. And that is key. And so if I am not being me, and if I am not being consistent, and if I am not buying jewelry every single day, I didn't when I started. I bought 3 times a week, 40 pieces. I maximized to get my free shipping and to get my hostess rewards so that I would get my 4 free hostess rewards. So that was super, super, super important. Then what I did, because nobody told me, I didn't have help at first. I didn't know who my upline was. I then found out about Fashion Fix, right? So what Fashion Fix is it is 5 sets of jewelry, and it's like a subscription, you know? On the 20th, they deduct, I think it's $82.50 from my account. I know, right? I'd buy 100 of these kits. And so on the 20th, Fashion Fix is deducted from my account. Now it automatically makes you active as a consultant because you're getting 25 pieces, 50 PV when it gets shipped to you. And then what I do is it's exclusive. I can sell these exclusive pieces ahead of anybody else. Only the people on Fashion Fix can do it. It's not some secret club. You need to call the customer service line, ask to be put on the waiting list. I think it's running 3 months. This kit keeps you active no matter what, and then it also gives you something that's exclusive, meaning not every consultant is on it. And so what they do is they send you 5 sets of 4 matching pieces. And what I do is I do a live when I get it in, and I show them, because me having it in a picture versus me going, look at this, is this not to die for, makes all the difference in the world. And so exactly, get on Fashion Fix. I tell consultants that aren't my consultants, get on Fashion Fix, because another thing is you want to help everybody. So I tell people, get on Fashion Fix. When you get these sets, you're going to have a customer fit the set base that they are. So one's like an earthy, trendy. I am personally a Magnificent Musings girl. I typically wear gunmetal. I love bling. And so that is typically me. The Simply Santa Fe is like a turquoise and silver. So number one, when your customers start ordering from it, you're gonna see what jewelry category that they fit into. And that is key to this, because if you can see what they fit into, then you are now their personal shopper. So my sponsor is Lisa Abercrombie. And Lisa, she tells me that her least favorite part of this is doing the invoicing. And let me tell you, that's my favorite part. Not because I'm counting dollars, because I am building customers. And how I'm building my customers is I'm looking what's in their bucket. If I see purple week after week, if I see that they're only buying silver, if I see that this customer loves brass, then when they come on my live, I'm engaging them and saying, you know what, I have something just for you. I know you're gonna love this, because I do know what they love. You know what your friends love. And when they feel that you've made that personal connection, then they are wanting to shop with you and feel a loyalty to you. When you are shipping your jewelry out right away, then you have more money to buy jewelry the next day. So I always tell, they say, well, how long do you wait to invoice? That night. But what if it's late? That night. Why do you do it that night? I said, I just do it that night, because you know what? The faster I get my money in, the faster then I get to buy more jewelry. And that's the key to this. You cannot invest in a business anywhere in this country and take that money for this business and take it out. I can't buy a grocery store and put all the food on the shelves and then take my money out of that grocery store. You know why? Because as I'm growing, my customers are growing. And if I don't have the inventory to support those customers, and if I am not buying the different pieces, I'm not attracting new customers and I'm not holding the customers that I have. And I hear people say, well, I didn't sell any of that. It was supposed to be really popular. Let me tell you that the older your jewelry gets, the more value it has. So I know that you guys probably know what the Millionaires Club is. If you don't have the Millionaires Club, that's fine. But you do have something somebody wants. You girls that have these necklaces, this is gold. Every consultant wants this thing. And I always tell the consultants that I have that you need to think about how to sell more product, okay? And how do you sell more product if you're not telling them how to buy more product? We train our customers. On our lives, we tell them when we will be live next, okay? We tell them how to find us. We say we invoice within 24, we are gonna invoice after the show. When you wake up in the morning, that invoice is gonna be there. I allow my customers 48 hours to pay. So I'm saying that when I do this, and you have to lay out your laws. And so I find that us consultants, we're the best customers and we're the worst customers, right? It's always usually consultants that'll say, can I hold my bill? Can I hold my bill? And you know what? If you hold a consultant's bill because you feel like you are desperate for a customer, you have just built their business and held yours back. So I am very strict about my payment, and I let my customers know that after 48 hours, if it is not paid, they are blocked and gone away, because that jewelry is my best jewelry, and that jewelry could have been bought and paid for by somebody else, and I need to buy my new releases. Every day, every hour, I am on that computer, and I'm waiting to see when that new release is coming out. Don't spend your time and your efforts building somebody else's business when you could be building yours. Because while you're missing out on those new releases because you have that unpaid invoice, that consultant that hasn't paid you is buying them. And so you just sat there and let her build your business off of yours. I don't have that problem with customers. I don't say that. Obviously, my mother, like I know she's coming over down the week. Yeah, obviously, okay? But I developed certain rules that are gonna help me continue to build my business and allow me to buy the new releases every single day. So the first month and a half that I started this, I had no idea what Fashion Fix was. I purchased 3 times a week, and I purchased 40 pieces at a time. So that's like $120, I think. I don't know, because I don't purchase the 40 anymore. I go well beyond that. So I did that just so that I had the variety. So if you're not getting these new pieces that are spectacular, that they release every day, that sell out every day, then you're missing the boat, because somebody's gonna be looking for them. Then I went after a month and a half, because my base was growing, and wasn't always constantly buying 40. I started building it. I'd say, okay, I'm gonna buy 50. Because what I learned is, don't wear something on your live that you don't have multiples of. Do not wear jewelry that that they're gonna go to somebody else looking for. So sure, my favorite ring in the world is this. I love this ring. I can't wear it on a live. I can't give that to somebody. And if I don't have it, they're gonna go to somebody else looking for it. They're gonna screenshot me holding it or on my finger, and then they're gonna go and they're gonna send it to every person they know. Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this? So I always carry multiples. You love it, you buy more than one, okay? Why sell one piece of jewelry when you can sell 15 in that same amount of time? So your show is based off of how many pieces you can show, right? Obviously, we can't stay up all night. I had a 6.5-hour live. It's probably the longest live I've had since Christmas. It almost killed me. But I couldn't get off because I had them and they were buying and buying and buying. Now, if I didn't have multiples, how many of those people would I have had? None of them, right? Because if I only have one and I have 12 people wanting it, people are gonna get frustrated and they're not gonna come back. They're gonna find some consultant that buys it. And the funny thing I find is this. So people will find me through sharing, because you always want somebody to share. And they'll say to me, are they gonna know if I buy off of you? Because I have a consultant I'm really loyal to. And I really, really, really need to know if they're gonna find out. And I said, well, you can screenshot whatever you want and send it to me and I can invoice you. I'm not telling anybody. And eventually that customer comes right out front and says, you know what, why am I continuing to shop off of this person when I'm coming to you? Why am I not gonna do it in a one-stop shop? Why am I not gonna go to the person that's buying every new release that's coming out every day? And so the biggest, so yes, I do have help. And I do have help, and you're gonna have to develop systems that accommodate you. So I could do this alone, trust me, even with that amount of viewers. But the key is to be able to show more and more jewelry So you're not taking 30 minutes to actually start showing jewelry. And I see this mistake a lot with consultants. They get on a live. Oh, wait, I'm going to invite. And then pretty soon you're sitting there going, okay, can I see a piece of jewelry? It's 30 minutes into the show already. Women are here to buy jewelry. They don't want distractions. I don't have my kids running around. I have them come do shared prize drawings and stuff, or maybe they'll show a starlit shimmer. But we go to these jewelry shows to get away from our own life. We go to these jewelry shows, I would say 5. If you see a necklace in the back office, this new Blockbuster is going to sell out. Once this new Blockbuster sells out, everybody and their mother is going to want it and is going to be looking for it. Okay? It's gorgeous. And it fits all kinds of markets. And you need to go live. Yes. So you need to go, I'm trying to read the question. So you need to go live as many times as you can to fit your schedule. The more you go live, the more you blow up your business, okay? Because let me explain it to you this way. If I go in and I do shows, and I do a show every single week, right? And I go to the mom to mom, and I go to the vendor show, and I do a retirement home show, and then I do a home party, okay? I can hand out business cards. My mouth is great. I can talk to anybody about anything in person. Live, scary. But if I go and I do these shows and I'm handing out cards at all of these shows, how long do you think it takes me to hit to Puerto Rico before my name gets out there? How long do you think it takes me to get to Hawaii? Because I ship to Puerto Rico, to Guam, to Hawaii, to Alaska. And I would never do that without going live. I would never build my customer base that as wide as I have without doing it. And so it's so important that if you want to blow this business up, if you want the crown, if you want a necklace named after you, which is coming in February, so you're going to want to build your customer base now. And how are you going to build your customer base? You buy jewelry. And right now is the time to buy. I'm buying 4 times the amount of jewelry because you know why? I'm going to sell 4 times the amount of jewelry. I buy more jewelry than I can sell on purpose. And the reason being, and I did this all with reinvesting the same $500. Do not take your $500 out if you bought that big kit. You cannot, if I have a grocery store and I try to take the $10,000 out I made or invested in that store, how am I going to stack the shelves when I get more customers? It doesn't happen. Going live builds your customer base. Buying the jewelry builds your customer base. Having multiples, wearing the jewelry on your show. I'm telling you, these ladies that come on a show and I do the analytics, and any of you guys can do this on your page if you're doing it in a group or on your business page. I go live on my business page. Lots of people go live on their personal. There's no right or wrong way. But when you are going live, you can look at the analytics. Now, what the analytics tell me is how old are the people that are watching me. It will break it down to what section of the state, what state I'm most popular in. And so I choose to go live on my business page because I like this information. And I'm going to tell you, hand over fist, no matter how many views I have, ages 45 to 65-year-old Caucasian women are primarily the ones that are watching my live. And they like it to be like QVC. So why I'm showing my jewelry, why I'm saying, oh my God, this jewelry is awesome. I talk about something funny that my kid did that day. I talk about how ridiculous that this law is. Like, oh my gosh, you know, I went to go renew my license. All of us have a story and we all have something to say. But people fall in love with you as much as they fall in love with the jewelry, and they like people that are themselves. You can't put on a facade and show. So how you find analytics is right at the top of your page. And if you play with the buttons up there, you're going to see, and you can see all of the background information. It'd be really hard for me to describe it right here, and I don't have a laptop. So I want to talk about some of my selling techniques on my live because I think it might help you, and it's helped me to really grow my business. So we all get those hostess rewards, and let's face it, not all of them are awesome hostess rewards. Thank you, Yvette. Not all of them are awesome hostess rewards, right? But I told you I sell a lot of ugly jewelry. So I had a huge live last night. I couldn't even get through all the jewelry that I pulled, and I'm going to show you how I pair my jewelry to sell more. So hang on, let me grab a bucket. So this bucket is how I do my jewelry. I organize it. I have like the earrings in one bag. I have this in another. And then I hold all of the stuff in. So I would show first the green lanyard, right? Like I have these moonstone lanyards. They're awesome. You know, you have to suggestively sell. Who would want to buy this lanyard? Because people that are watching are now shopping for Christmas. You can't see them on your personal page. You can always go live in your business page and share it to your personal page. And so I choose to grow my business page Because if Facebook ever changes and doesn't allow that or kicks you off, I don't want to be in that Facebook jail because my business depends on me going live. So if I'm going to show a piece of jewelry, I pair it with other stuff in my inventory, right? So I have this green moonstone lanyard, and then what I do is I start getting people and I take that. That's right, we want to sell to a variety of customers. Do not sell to just yourself, okay? I could sell to just myself all day long if I bought jewelry just for me, but how many of me are out there that only buy stuff just like me? I'm limiting my customer base. If you are not buying the men's jewelry, if you know what, I buy hair bows. I bring them out, but only because if I have that hair bow and they know I'm one of the very few consultants that carries the hair bows, they're gonna come back and buy jewelry from me. So how I increase engagement during my live. Number one, if you are going live on your business page, then after the video, no, my packages aren't. I handle too much jewelry. So if you think about it, I am ordering, I'm already Diamond Life at the Party for this year. By the end of next month, I will have already reached Black Diamond. So if you think about it, I've already purchased 37,500 pieces of jewelry in order for me to open up. I always used to. I totally believe in opening up your jewelry beforehand. I think it's very annoying. But if I want to go live and I want to keep building and I want to grow bigger than I am right now, then I have to monitor and what I can do. So I then pull other things out of my inventory that match it. Because let me tell you why women hold back from buying your jewelry. You know why? Because they don't have anything that matches it. Why aren't you giving them something that matches it? We all have stuff just sitting back and behind, right? So why am I not pulling that stuff out and saying, look, here you go. Now I just sold 2 pieces or 10 pieces or however many multiples I have. Instead of just selling one lanyard, I'm selling to the masses, right? Oh, shoot, wait, hold up. Let me show you. Now, look at that. So now I've got 3 pieces. I can sell 3 pieces to multiple people. How quickly can I sell that? Oh, you worried? Oh, you're not a ring person, but I got earrings that match. So now, because I buy jewelry like a monster, I am a jewelry monster, and I know that because my business depends on me buying jewelry and me buying the new releases every day. Every day. I don't wait for somebody to tell me. I'm sitting there because I know that those new releases are my game changer. Those new releases set me apart because I'm buying them. And I always buy. That's right, you think outside of the box. Now, is that to say that I was always this successful, that I was always able to do this? Heck no. I wanted to quit this 5-6 times, but I took it into, you know, what it was. I went to bed, and then I woke up the next morning with a new plan because there's always a different way to sell this. This jewelry can be sold in so many ways, it's ridiculous, and if you're not doing it, you're ridiculous. I go to the dentist office, I take 10 different necklaces with me, and I hand one to each girl. Here you go. This is Paparazzi. Remember I was telling you about the jewelry that I was going to sell? Here it is. Here's a free necklace because you got to give to get. I always use the number cards because as you grow your base, you are going to need it. You're going to need to have that number. And I'm going to tell you, when you're done with your live, you better not take it down. You better go up and keep it up on your page because they're going to come tomorrow. Those girls that missed it, they're going to come tomorrow and they're going to watch it. Right. You wake up every day with a new plan. And you know what? If you have a buddy in this, if you have a friend, you go and you talk to them and you ask them, you know what, I'm thinking about doing this, and brainstorm. You know, for me, I'm lucky. My husband is very active, you know, and people say, my husband will never be into this. You make money at this, your husband's going to be into it. When he's sitting there counting dollar bills, he's going to be into it. And you know what? If you're afraid to go live, then you really need to buy more jewelry because you want to know why? I have $5 bills laying all around me that I can go sell. Why am I letting it sit next to me instead of getting it out there and making that money? And so if you are uncomfortable, then you need to buy more jewelry because I'm telling you, you can force yourself into going live. Yeah. So I always do this, and at Christmas time, I always wear a shirt like this. I'm going to tell you, at Christmas, I wear the ugliest sweater you ever seen, and you wouldn't believe how many people come on and they'll say, I love your sweater. And they're serious. They don't think it's like a pretty ugly sweater. They love my sweater. I got cats leading Santa's sleigh. It lights up. And that's what you need to do. You need to step outside of your box, okay? Be you. So I see people and they go on and they're afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to smile. Don't be afraid to laugh. I mean, you know, I see some of this retired jewelry. I have a bunch of it because I bought a ton as a customer. And when I pull it out, I'm thinking, what was I thinking? You know, and I'll say, look at this. Is this not going to get you noticed? Because I think it's so ugly, it's going to get you noticed. I just don't say that out loud, you know? And everybody buys it. That's right. We have $5 bills laying all around us. And that's how I look at it. You know what? I'm sitting in a kitchen right now. I didn't even get my live picked up from yesterday. I sold 846 pieces on a live. It's the best live I've ever had in my life. Will I ever have that live again? I am going to beat that live. I'm going to beat that live to death because you know what? It's motivation. This is motivation. When you do good, you have motivation to do better. Does that mean I don't have off nights? I sure do. I have off nights and I may sell 100 pieces on a live when my average is about 300. And so, yeah, people do go crazy. And so if I am not like prepared for that, like, okay, we're going to have off nights. Oh, wow. That doesn't mean don't go buy jewelry for 3 days. That's going to kill you. Okay. It's all about getting in there, getting the inventory and being yourself. And I didn't even check my video. I'm sure there's more pieces sold. At my house, I had over 136 actual buyers on my show last night. I invoiced until 4:30 a.m. And you know why? Because I need money to buy jewelry. And so I need money. I've never sold anything like that. I tell you, my average is 200 to 300. Create a contest. How do you get people to stay? How do you get people interested in what you have? So I am never about the contest where join, add all your friends to my group. And every friend you get an entry. Don't do that. Those people don't want to be added. People are just doing that to get added. And that's not what you want to do. You want to have something that people want. So last Christmas, which was really successful for me, I'm going to give you a few of my ideas just in case it'll help you. When you hear other people's ideas, when we go on this trip, when I met Carla, we all bounce the ideas off of each other. We're not afraid to share information. There are a lot of jewelry monsters out there, ladies. You are going to make a lot of good friends if you shop another consultant and share their show and they're not on your team. I share all my consultant shows. I share every consultant that I know's show that I see because there are enough jewelry monsters and those women are going to respect you for it. They're going to can't believe you did it. And now they're loyal to you too. So I am telling you that this is all about buying jewelry. It's all about the friendships that you make, and it's all about getting people to find you. And if you are not constantly telling people the rules and training them how to shop from you, then you are not going to be able to do this, okay? So if I don't tell my customers when to find me live, they're not going to find me live. If I don't have business cards to hand them, to tell them, they're not going to know where to find me again. I do not send a business card out every time. I send a business card out to new people. They don't need a collection of my card. They're not going to play poker with them. And so what I am doing is first off, I get them in and I take my best piece of jewelry. For your shared prize, it better be the best piece of jewelry you own. You want them to share it and you want them to be excited. Do you know how I did this? Do you know how I got all those people on my live last night? I've never held 150. I was breaking at 75. I've never broken 100 except for last night. And I've never sold close to that amount of jewelry because I had an awesome contest. So as Black Diamond, which is buying 37,500 pieces at the factory, they gave us the unreleased Z collection, all 10 of them, right? So I'm thinking in my mind, when these get released, these aren't worth what they're worth right now. Now I wore 2 of them because I love them. So I went ahead and I used what they gave me to market my business. So I went and I did a show and I showed all the unreleased Z collection, right? And then I showed all the Z collection that was retiring. So that was the first night. And I said to them, you share my show tonight, you get 1 entry. You share my show tomorrow, you get an entry. And then I'm going to pick out an unreleased Z collection that only 6 people in the country have. Now, you don't have to do it like this, but that's how I do it. But you get these perks as you raise up through your sales. I only started building a team now. My sales were what built everything for me. And I wouldn't have, all the people that have signed up under me are my customers. So if you're not having the sales, if you are not having the jewelry, and if you are not getting the customers, you're never going to recruit. And I don't have to chase after them. All I say is what a great company this is, and I tell them my story and why I did it. I needed to replace income. Needed to replace my income to support my family. And guaranteed that a lot of the people that I say that to, they are the ones that are picking up on it. But I never tried to recruit. I never told my story. I was embarrassed to talk about my accomplishments, and what a fool I was. And so I'm telling you, ladies, if you buy the jewelry, if you create a good contest, those of you that have a millionaires, I don't care what your best piece of jewelry is, if you are creating a contest and you are talking about it on your live and you say the only way you can enter, and you're showing the sparkly bling that everybody wants, that nobody can get, your hardest to find piece, and you are showing it. And if you're a new consultant, let me tell you, this is a contest, okay? And you can add something purple with it. Like, don't just give one piece. Don't be afraid to give, but don't give away the farm. There's this difference. I did because I focused everything on selling. I needed to make the money. Recruiting, that takes a while to make money, because even when somebody signs, you have to train them how to be successful. And so I needed the money, and I did it off of sales. And so that's why I focused completely on selling. I never talked about any of my accomplishments. I was completely embarrassed about them until my upline, Lisa Abercrombie, said to me, you need to tell people why you do this, and you need to tell people how you did it, and then you need to tell people what you got from it. And then when I did that, kaboom, it blew up. It is huge. It's all about what you do with selling the jewelry. It has nothing else to do, you know, what my success has been, me making this income, is all based off of my sales and being consistent. So you go live at the same time. You train your customers. You get them to pay you right away. Do not hold jewelry, because for every bad customer out there, there's 10 good ones. And if they're asking you to hold their bill consistently, they're a bad customer. They're shopping. You can't have people shop you that don't know what size their wallet is. And so you want to make sure that you are getting the best customers. And if you're wasting your time holding good pieces for the bad customer, you just lost 2 good customers you probably could have gotten from it. And so it's all about being consistent and training your customer. You tell them what your rules are. And also, when you are asking them to send you their email address, I use PayPal for invoicing. I like PayPal. I had an eBay business before this, and PayPal is always going to help you and be on your side, and it gives you the tracking number. And I hear people say, oh, the fees. Well, it's a 2-step process if you use the other, and it's to each their own. I don't do Square. Customers feel uncomfortable with Square because they're giving you personal information. I don't need your address, just need your email. And people feel uncomfortable typing in their credit card information. I hear it all the time. That's right. Customers need to know the size of their wallet. And if you continually have a customer that doesn't, they are taking up your time and your money. And I don't have time to waste because my husband's dying. He was supposed to die in October of 2017. They told me he would never make it. When I won my necklace, I just kept praying that he would make it to convention with me to see it. So what I did is when I went to convention, we flew. I won my necklace. I won diamond. I had no idea they were going to create black diamond, but this is the other best thing about this company. I didn't win a contest to get that crown or the shopping spree. This is something you earn. No matter what, if you reach this rank, you earn it. And so my husband flew with me. We had a paramedic fly on the airplane. They told me he would die on the plane because he has a quarter of a lung left. And I landed and I bawled my eyes out, and everybody on the plane turned around and looked at me because they thought somebody stabbed me. And I said, you don't understand. And I just kissed my husband and I said, God is good and you are here and you're alive. And so it's all a faith-based thing. But I'm telling you, to earn that, to get there, to do this, it is the world to me. Don't think that you can't do this. I had no friends. I had no network, okay? There's no excuses. The only excuse that you have, the only thing standing in your way is you. Do not be afraid. Absolutely. You know why? Because I dig in. If I have something that doesn't work, I thought of doing this contest at the very last second on my live to win an unreleased Z 2 hours before I was just going to show them. And then I was like, oh my God, I've got money in the bank here. Ladies, you have money in the bank there. Figure out what your money in the bank is and use it to your advantage. And so I'm telling you, if you can't figure out a way to get these people into your jewelry group, then you have to tell them how to get into your jewelry group. You have to give something to get them into your jewelry group. Give something they want. Share something. When you're giving out a share prize, then you post that share prize and you hold it up like it's glitter gold the whole time. And the other mistake I see a lot of people making is this. When you don't go live on a business page, when you go live on a personal page, do you know all the settings to Facebook? Because there's a lot of them. Then you have people and you are having them share your video and they have no way to comment. So you have attracted customers that you cannot retain. Because if they can't comment on your video, if you are doing it in your private jewelry group, Thank you. I wear these all the time. I love hearts and I love glitter and I love bling. You know, I am a bling monster. I am a jewelry monster. I even call myself a jewelry pig. I'll snort on my lives. I'll be like, okay, I'm a jewelry pig. I bought a ton of these. And they go nuts for it. It like eggs them on to buy it. Because I'm myself. I'm not going to be somebody I'm not, and that's what's going to get you the customers. No, you can't. And you know what? God helps those that help themselves. Like, yeah, he's always going to be there for you, but if you're not putting in the effort, he's not going to pick you up and carry you across that line. And some days, you know, I in order to get that necklace, in order to do the sales, I was doing it all alone. I had no help. So if you can imagine shipping out 3,000 pieces of jewelry by yourself in a week. My husband's in hospice. I have 4 kids. And if you say that you're too busy, you should talk to Geraldine Souza, who is at the top of all the charts right now in sales. She's beating me, and she earned a necklace. And Geraldine Souza works 40 hours a week. Still. You know why? Because she loves her job and she doesn't want to hurt the people that she works for. So I'm telling you that the only excuse is you. And if you are not buying the jewelry, if you are not making the connections, if you are not seeing what your customers like, and if you don't sit there and take the time to get to know them, and if you are not doing this consistently, if they don't know where to find you and you're haphazardly going live, I'm telling you that I have women that won't miss my show for anything. They know I'm going to have the best jewelry. The best jewelry. And so you know why they come to my show? Because they're not going to miss it, because they don't want to miss the biggest, the bestest, the blingiest thing that came out. And so when it comes to Tuesday night and their girlfriend calls them and says, let's go out to eat. No, I got my jewelry show. You want to go Wednesday? That's what they say. And so I just want you guys to know this is feasible. I had no friends. I started with a $500 kit. I kept reinvesting my $500 kit. I was very faithful in purchasing on a regular basis. Did I end up investing some of my own money? Yup. And let me tell you, it was well worth it. Look at where I am. I am not afraid to invest money into something that I know is success. And this is success. We work for a company that is going to go out of their way to do things for us. These founders care about us. Do you know I lost my wallet on our trip? Do you know that when I landed, my husband called and messaged Paparazzi and they said, my husband said, do you think that you could call the bus drivers and see if it's, you know, if they have it? And so I said, make sure you message them and then call the rest of the last restaurant we were at, and he did. So in the time period that I came home, my husband had told me on the plane that they found my wallet. And then when they found my wallet, I told my husband, I said, you need to let Paparazzi know, just so they're not expending any other resources if they were calling other places to see. And he said, okay. So he messaged them, you know, events@paparazziaccessories.com. And they actually called, or they called him back and they're like, I'm so glad you found it. And then when I came home, Shawnee Reeves sent me a personal message and said, I am so thankful that you found your wallet. Do you know how many consultants they have? I don't care what my sales are. Do you know what some of these girls are doing building teams? I have it all on sales, not on anything else. And Shawnee Reeves messaged me to tell me she was thankful that I had found my wallet and she was worried for me getting home because I had no ID. And so a company and a person that can do that with how many consultants we have is simply astounding. What they can give to us when we sell, and we can get a shopping trip, 65 of us, we get to take into a steakhouse, we can get whatever we want. We were given so much swag on the trip. They care about us, and they're more excited to give it to us almost than we are excited to get it. If you could see Misty jumping up and down, so Misty and Shani are our founders, if you don't know, if you're really new. And if you could see Misty jumping up and down in excitement to tell us that she's releasing the new blockbuster today because of us, that's amazing. And so we work for one of the best companies. No matter what, they do not promise things they cannot deliver, and they are debt free. And so you know what that tells me? I need to keep my jewelry because this place is going to be around. I am not afraid to invest my own money. I don't have to now. I make great money doing this. You know, we have a lot of bills that we cover a month, and I've been able to do it by buying jewelry. Paparazzi cares about us, and they give us what we need, and they are not afraid. When you reach a new rank, come on, I made diamond, I blew diamond away. You know, I more than doubled diamond. I almost tripled diamond. And so when you do that, and you can go ahead and you can look at the fact that they recognize that, and they set the bar even higher. You know, look at what I won. For my team, I won like big bonus. My team, I get to bring back a retired piece, and it gets exclusively sold to my team for 2 days. Do you know the pre-orders my team can take off of that? Do you think somebody's going to come to you and buy one piece? No. They're going to come to my team and they're going to say, well, why don't you join me to your jewelry group and then let me buy some more? because I don't want to pay shipping on one thing. And so what you almost, yeah, I was almost triple diamond. When you can do that and you can offer something, the benefits that they give you, then that's phenomenal. If you are a consultant and you did not go to convention and you could have, you missed out. Because how we do this on the Black Diamond trip, talking to all these consultants, figuring out what they do that works, that we don't. I'm glad it's helping you. That's why I agree to do it. And thankfully, Carla is going to do it for me, for my girls too. If you are buying weekly in these next 4 months, this is what broke my bank with my business, okay? Like I couldn't put enough money in, are these next 4 months. If you are not buying like a jewelry monster, if you are not being the jewelry savage, you know you are, you're missing the bank. Because this is all the months that are gonna make it pay off. And you want to buy, if you are new, yep, so I'm telling you, right, you want to buy like a savage, okay? You see that necklace? Come on, I saw this Blockbuster and I was like, dang, you know how many of those I can sell? You know how many I bought? I bought 300 while we were sitting at the factory. Because when they run out and I'm the only one that has them, money in the bank. You know what? If you bought too much and you didn't sell that much on your live, when you bring that out in 3-4 weeks when everybody else sold out of theirs, money in the bank. And so that's what you need to keep doing. You need to keep putting money in the bank. And if you don't have the bank to put it in, meaning you don't have that jewelry in reserve, waiting to go, hey, look what I got. So last night during my live, how I kept them interesting is I kept bringing out pieces that they hadn't seen in a long. Do you know how long that green lanyard? I saved those. I was like, dang, this is hot. Like, how many moonstone lanyards did they come out with? None. So I figured I'll put 10 away. 10 away. And so when I do a live and I want to knock some socks off, then I start pulling out those 10 pieces away. Like, how about that feather choker? You ladies know, sold out in 2 seconds, that black suede feather choker. Well, I ended up getting 30 of those, and I went back to get more and couldn't. It was already sold, and I'm quick. And so what I did is I put 10 away, money in the bank. When people see that you have that money in the bank, they're coming to you because they're like, dang, look what she pulled out. Money in the bank. Pieces, jewelry, money in the bank. Do not be afraid to invest your own money. Do not be afraid to step outside of the box. And if you are afraid to go live, then you buy more jewelry and you force yourself to go live. And so if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to talk to you. I just want to make sure that you guys know consistency. Buy a lot of jewelry. Buy a variety of jewelry. Okay? Do not be afraid to buy jewelry. Do not remove your money out that you have invested in your business. It'll come later. We are about to go into the busiest season of our lives. We will sell 4 times the amount of jewelry than we will sell ever. Yeah, buy like a savage, okay? Be a jewelry pig like I am. People say, I can't believe you bought so many that's why I didn't get any. No, I was working my business and I was on there and I bought it because I knew I needed to be on there because it's my business. I put my big girl pants on and I get on there and I buy. How did I increase my viewers? So I increased my viewers by swishing them in a circle. So I call it swishing it in a circle, and this is how I do it. I get on live. I give the most awesomest prize that I can give on my live, right? I'm hanging it up. You guys want it? Share my thing. Share it. So what they do is they share my video. Then I'm myself. So people are automatically liking, hearting, loving, laughing. So when my video ends and you are on a business page, I then can go into those people that liked, loved, laughed, and commented, and I can say, you can go ahead and you can ask them to invite them to like your page. Now, you only get one chance. If they don't like it, that's fine. They didn't like it. But it gives you a chance to build people on your like page. So then I'm talking about myself on my live. I'm training my customers how to find me. I'm training my customers to know that I get all the best jewelry. And I'm training them to tell them about the huge contest in my jewelry group they're not going to want to miss out on. And I have these fashion fix pieces. You can pre-order them. They're fabulous. Join my jewelry group. And so then when people are sending me their email address after, you make sure you send me your email address, I go ahead and I take that jewelry group and I give them the link to my jewelry group. Here's my jewelry group. If you think this is awesome, you need to join my group. You should see how much inventory I have. But again, ladies, you have to have the inventory. You have to buy the jewelry. So then they get into my jewelry group and then they see how much jewelry I have. So then next time that I go live, I keep swishing them in a circle. I personally do some people do it differently. Okay, and so this is my theory. If you've been trained to go live on your personal page, there's nothing wrong with that. You know who does that? I'm old. I'm 40. I don't have like 1 million follows on Twitter. I don't have a lot on Pinterest. And so the people that do go live usually have that base. Those are the people that should go live there, right? Because those are the things that are connected to all of them. Your business page isn't. If you started selling this jewelry and you had a huge following there and there, it's on your personal. So my theory is this. I'm doing this. I'm an old lady. That's not really. I'm proud of my age. I'm thankful God kept me here this long. Thank you, Jesus. And I say this. I say go live from your business page. Share it to your personal page. Never go live in your jewelry group, because anything that you're giving away, you're wasting. You gave it away and you got nothing back because people cannot comment on your video. I just feel like I feel like I've hit the hump, and I work really hard. And I love what I do, and not many people can say that. I love the company. I believe in the company. I believe in the founders, and I believe in the jewelry. And if you feel the same way I do, even if it's you just believe in the jewelry, then you need to go out and you need to go buy a ton of it, because that's the only way I did this. I kept buying and I kept buying. And if I did a jewelry party, I brought with me 400 or 500 pieces. And I also did suggestive selling. Know your audience. Know who's going to be at that jewelry party. I am a white girl, right? But if I go to a party and I know it's a lot of Latino girls, and, because I have a lot of ethnicity backgrounds. I live in Detroit. We've got lots and lots of people. And so if I know that I'm going to a party and a lot of my Latino girlfriends are going to be there, then I know to bring a lot of brass, bring them hoops. Know your audience. Know who you're buying for. Know who you're bringing it. That's right. You build and sell. I used to vend until my husband got too sick. Now I have everything done for me. I have my house cleaned for me. I have my groceries delivered here. I don't leave. And so that's why this business is perfect for me. I have a business that's sustainable by me never leaving my house. I can take care of my kids. I drive my kids to school, and that's about it. So I did vend, and it's home parties are my favorite. You can blow it out the door with home parties. I've gone to home parties and sold 300 pieces of jewelry, and that's when I first started. Because women, and especially, you want to get this to people who've never seen it. And if you can do that, absolutely. Hey, there's no young or old in this. And we have jewelry for everybody. But you want to make sure that when you go to these parties that you have a selection. You want them to be blown away. And another secret I learned if you do home parties is to buy big baskets for them to carry. So the bigger your basket is, the littler amount of jewelry they think they have, and they spend more. It's like a mind trick. It's like they teach you at Weight Watchers, right? Get the small plate, because then if you put food on it and it fills that small plate, you feel like you really ate a lot. So the key is you buy that big basket, and when they're shopping and they have just this amount of jewelry filling the bottom, they feel like they didn't buy enough. I need more. I didn't buy a lot. So it's that whole little Weight Watchers theory reversed. You want to buy a big basket. You want to give each lady a shopping basket, and you want to let them go to town, and you want to have 400 different pieces of inventory. And the good stuff, you want to have multiples, and you want to talk to them, and you want to make sure that when you are talking to them, that you are getting them the stuff that they need. So I get people that come to these parties and they want to buy Christmas gifts, and they say, I don't know what they would like. Let me tell you what the best suggestion is our blockbuster called What a Gem. So you ladies know what it is. It's just that little tiny diamond, and it hangs on a neck. But that fits young. That fits old. That is classic. That is timeless, okay? And it is a perfect gift. So you need to suggestively sell this to customers. When I am selling a lanyard, what do I say? Oh, you know that teacher? Huh. You got to get something for your son's teacher. How about a $5 lanyard? Do you need to know this is $5? You need to suggestively sell who is going to do this. Who's going to buy your jewelry? Tell them. You need to, when you're showing, make sure you're showing in sets. Women's biggest concern, the reason why they don't buy it is they're like, man, I don't have anything that matches that. So give them something that matches it. You just sold 2 different types of jewelry in 5 seconds. Think outside the box too. So this is our blockbuster. It's long. I can double it up. I can wear it like this. So when you can give more value to the jewelry that you have, you're going to sell more. So what I'm telling you is that if I can show wearing this necklace 3 different ways, you want to know one that I'm famous for? The clip-on earrings. So we had those Opera House clip-on earrings. They were like big emerald cut rhinestones. I mean, they were huge. And so I bought a ton of them. You want to know why I bought a ton of them? Because I can put them on a wrap bracelet and make it look phenomenal. Phenomenal. So now I just sold 2 pieces of jewelry just because I showed them how to do it a different way. So everybody's like, oh, you can wear it as an anklet. Yeah, you can wear it as an anklet. But why am I not selling 2 pieces? Why am I not selling a pair of clip-on earrings and that? You know what else the clip-on earrings are great for? Your shoes. How many of you guys have a black pair of shoes that you could dress up? You could change your shoes every time you go out. I always let them make a choice because that bracelet's going to sell later anyways. And that's why I give them 3 choices. So when I say I give a jewelry set, I've got buckets all around me right now. $5 bills all around me. When I have this, then what I do is I give them, I let them choose. I don't want to tell my customer it's this or nothing. I want them to feel comfortable and come back. Oh, I really wanted it. Because you know what? They might not buy it at all. And then they're going to go to another consultant that just has the necklace and they'll sell it to them singly. You have to think about what's most marketable and what's going to keep your customer happy. And you also have to think about making sure that you have policies that are going to build your business, not break your business. And so the policy is buying the jewelry, telling them that it's due, your invoice is due in 48 hours. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't have a team of 3,000 people. I am not making a $10,000 commission check. I make my money off of selling jewelry. And so in order to have jewelry and to get customers that are the good customers, don't be desperate as a salesperson. Don't think because, oh, well, they've got a $100 basket, I'm going to wait a week. You could have sold that jewelry twice in a week. Okay? If you're doing your job, if you're a jewelry monster like me, you could have sold that jewelry to the customer that was worth waiting for. Thanks, Carla. So I'm going to let you guys go. I had fun talking to you guys. Carla is amazing, amazing. And you need to tap into a knowledge bases. You know, who you signed up under is not your only resource. There's a lot of us out there that can help you. And so there's lots of YouTube videos. There are, you know, you guys belong in a team group. Shoot something off of everybody. And, you know, do this and do it the way that who you are and how you want to do it. And don't let anybody tell you you can't do this. You can do this. This is an awesome company, and I believe in this company. I've never worked for somebody that I believed in it, and I believe in it, and believe in yourself, because the only person holding you back is you. And so you have the knack to do this. You can do this. Go out and do it. Sell this jewelry, buy this jewelry, and buy like crazy right now. November, December, and everybody's taking their returns. They have extra money. They're going to have money in January to buy too. And you are building your foundation so that when the slow months come, which is tax month, everybody's got to pay, then you already have a foundation of customers. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see all of you at convention. And if you see me, please come up and introduce yourself. I'd love to meet you, and I'd love to talk to you, and I'd love for all of you to get a necklace or to get a crown with me. So please. And you guys have a great day, and I love helping. And if I helped any of you, I'm so thankful for that. Good night, guys.